Hi, Creativity Found is out and about. I'm here at Handmade in Oxford, Contemporary Craft Fair in Waterbury. Beautiful, beautiful setting. And Cass Sabo is here.
Hi, Claire.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Claire?
Very good, thank you. So, you say at one point in the first episode I did with you, which is episode number 3.
Yeah, it feels a long time ago now.
It was. You said then that when your children were both at school and you then had the chance to have a little time to set aside to get back to weaving, that, and I'm quoting you here, I'm not being mean, my work then was not very good, it was not very inspired. And you said that you needed to kind of regain the knowledge of weaving that had been dormant while your children were much younger.
Yeah.
And you had to make mistakes and make bad pieces until you felt more confident. Now, of course, when I came to see you in your studio in 2020, it was very apparent to me that your knowledge and inspiration were on fire. So we're here in June 2022. What's been happening for Cass Sabo Designs since I met you in 2020?
Right. Well, a lot actually. It feels like I think things are have really changed actually through COVID, and I think the main thing was that I had the chance to step back from my business as a whole, which meant sort of the teaching side, the workshops and the kits and all of that. I was able to set that aside a little bit so that I could make room for some creativity. And some of the things that I started exploring were the hand-dyed yarns. I went also to explore more about how to use my waste yarns, because in my bigger projects I tend to create some waste, and those waste fibers aren't really waste. I was able to learn to hand spin them into new yarns, which I am now introducing into my hand wovens. So I think some of my big goals that I had sort of had at the back of my mind about 5 years ago, I managed to realize over the course of these last 2 years. And my work is definitely more inspired. I think I needed to go back and learn some new craft skills. I also focused a bit more on my macrame skills, knotting and different things like that, so that I'm now bringing those back into my new craft work and my new hand woven designs, which has really, inspired me, like got the fire back, as you say.
That is so fabulous.
Yeah.
That is so spot on that you were able to start really getting creative again and exploring your inspiration. What are you thinking of for the future?
So I want to continue exploring more fiber crafts. I think there's a lot of, not just fiber crafts, but I would say probably materials. I think I am still working with the same materials I have been for a few years now. They still have longevity and I'm still enjoying it, but I think I want to try and push it a little bit further by exploring more of the design elements that come from hand weaving. So like the structure and the patterning that you can create from that. So I'm kind of hoping to move in a direction that's, for me, again, pushing the boundaries for me, seeing what those materials can do in a new sort of setup for weaving, and then see where it takes me.
Oh God, that is all just so exciting. I'm going to have to keep coming back and back and back. Thanks so much for speaking with me today.
Worries, Claire.
You can hear Cass's episode where she talks about her engineering, her travelling and her getting back to the loom. That's episode 3. You can also hear about the Oxford Weaving Studio and everything that Cass does there in episode 22. Thank you, Cass. It's been so lovely to see you.
Thanks again, Claire. Cheers. Bye.
Thanks so much for listening to Creativity Found. If your podcast app has the facility, please leave a rating and review to help other people find us. On Instagram and Facebook, follow @Creativity Found Podcast, and on Pinterest, look for @Creativity Found. And finally, don't forget to check out creativityfound.co.uk, the website connecting adults who want to find a creative outlet with the artists and crafters who can help them tap into their creativity.